Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ganesha Putra, and for this meeting, I will read a text about methods of education, East versus West. A teacher from Western country is recently visit an elementary school in Asian country. In one class, he watched 60 young children as they learn how to draw a cat. The teachers drew a big circle on the blackboard, and 60 children copied it on their papers. The teacher drew a smaller circle on the top of fuse and then put two triangles on top of it. And the children also drew in the same way. The lesson continued until there were 61 identical cats in the classroom. Each student cat looks exactly like one on the board. The visiting teachers watched the lesson and was surprised. The teaching methods were very much different from the way of teaching in her own country. The children are lesson in her own country produce a room full of unique pictures, each one completely different from the others. Why? Because in this difference in educational methods, in a classroom in any country, the instructor teaches more than art or history or language. He or she also teaches the cultures, the idea and belief in that society. Its educational system is a mirror that reflects the character of the society. In a society such as United States or Canada, which has many national, religious and cultural differences, people highly value individualism and the difference between people. Teachers place a lot of importance on the qualities that make each student special. The educational system is in this country so this value. Students do not memorize information. Instead, they work individually and find the answer themselves. There is often discussion in the classroom at early age. Students learn to form their own ideas and opinion. In most Asian societies, by contrast, the people have the same language, history, and cultures. Perhaps for this reason, the educational system in much of the Orient reflects society belief in group goals and purpose rather than individualism. Children in China, Japan, and Korea often work together to help each other on assignment. In the classroom, the teaching methods are very often very formal, and the teacher lecture and the students just listen. There is not much discussion. Instead, the students recite rule or information that they are memorized. There are advantages and disadvantages to both of this system of education. For example, the advantage for the system in Japan is that students learn much more math and science than American students learn by the end of high school. They also study more hours each day and more day each year, and than North American do. The system is difficult, but it prepares students for a society that value discipline and self-control. There is, however, a disadvantage. Memorization is an important learning method in Japanese school, yet many students say that after an exam, they forgot much of the information they have memorized. The advantage of the educational system in North America, on the other hand, is that students learn how to think for themselves. The system prepares them for a society that values creative ideas. There is, however, a disadvantage. When students graduate from high school, they haven't memorized as many basic rules and facts students in other countries have. Okay, for the first fact of my opinion is about the Western students have to find information themselves. There is a lot of discussion, so I know this is based from what I heard and what I saw on many media. But yeah, it's often said that unlike Indonesian, the students in West are very independent and having way more discussion time because I think that was part of their culture, maybe. And for the second fact, maybe I will talk about the creativity of Western student, which is much better than Eastern. Student Students relate to the first fact, maybe is their learning culture, where learning in the East tends to be very formal and considered boring, while learning in the West is more fun because the learning environment really emphasizes and supports students' creativity. And lastly is about my personal experience about Eastern, especially in this case Indonesian teachers typically delivers information and directly, and students are expected to listen and absorb this content. There is a strong focus on the rote learning and memorization, especially in preparation for, let's say, national exam and assessment. This approach can sometimes limit opportunity for creative and critical thinking as it prioritizes the acquisition of standardized knowledge over the interactive and exploratory learning methods. Yeah, I know some of this fact is based on my personal experience, and some of the facts also based from what I saw. So it's not 100% valid. Maybe that's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.